Well, it is Thursday, which means it's time to get your stomachs and your kitchens ready for another episode of Cooking with Lynn. As you know, she's a nutrition educator with the University of Maryland Eastern Shore Extension, and today she is showing us what you can do with any vegetables that you might have sitting around your kitchen.
Have you ever gotten your hands on a fruit or vegetable and you had no idea what to do with it? I have a great recipe today that will allow you to use all those summer veggies just sitting around begging to be eaten. We're going to make something today that you may have heard of called Ratatouille, which is really nothing more than eggplant with summer vegetables in a summer stew. A great summer little meal you can make. I'm very proud of these eggplants because I pulled them out of my garden yesterday. Typically, eggplant is the typical ones you see in the store. They're a lot more dark purple, but kind of like this, or a little bit longer. You know, you get those summer squash. If you have a garden, you might grow them. If you know someone that has a garden, a lot of times they are so bountiful that people just give them away. They don't know what to do with all their zucchini or summer squash. So we're going to be adding those into it, and then a few other items as we go. So I'm going to, normally I would peel these eggplants. These are still kind of young and tender, so I'm not going to do that with these, but these little ones anyway. But we'll chop them up and throw them in for the stew. When you make a stew like this, you can do this on the stove in about 45 minutes. I today am doing this in my slow cooker because slow cookers use a lot less energy on a hot day like this. They don't heat up the whole kitchen. And I can plug this in about 4 hours. It'll be ready without me doing much to it, which is kind of great. A fix it and forget it type thing. So you throw all that in the pot, and then I'm gonna kind of toss it all together, get all the seasonings around, drizzle the whole thing with a little bit, about a quarter cup of vegetable oil, which I'm not measuring, but just for sake of time, but quarter cup is all you need. And then the magic of this whole recipe, what brings it all together, is tomato paste. And I usually use about a quarter cup, but since I'm going to, after we get done here, throw all of this in the pot, including the onions I forgot to chop up for you, I'm gonna dump in the whole container. That way I don't have to worry about what I'm doing with a half a can of tomato paste. Though if I wanted, I could also freeze that and then use this again next week when I made it again.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like you mentioned, you could have this as a little bowl or for an entire meal for dinner or lunch one day and pack it up and take it to work or something.
Absolutely, and it's so high fiber and filling that it's one of those things that keeps you full all day and just makes your tummy very happy.
Lynn says, as with most of her recipes, this is something that you could get your kids involved in too. Whether their job is to chop up some vegetables with a kid-friendly knife or to help you measure ingredients, it's something that the entire family can get involved with.